Hey as everyone, this is Absintian Nightmare, and this is a review of The Final Girls. I got to see this movie thanks to the International Horror and Sci-Fi Film Festival, doing a screening of 3 movies this October, which was rather fun, and this was one of them, which I believe was just released on VOD and in limited theaters back in October 9th, I believe. So, The Final Girls is a horror comedy about this girl named Max who lost her mother in a car accident. We start 3 years after seeing the accident itself, and she is being coaxed by one of her friends who is a fan of a certain movie, Camp Bloodbath. And this movie was one that her mother was in. It's very classic slasher, very stereotypical characters, so it was classic B-movie. She finally gets coerced to go, and her and 4 of her friends, kind of friends for a couple of them, go to the theater, and once watching, fire breaks out, and their only way out is through the screen. Now they find out that they somehow stepped into the movie, and the movie is going to play out no matter what, so now they are a part of it. So they meet these characters, very stereotypical, so it plays off that aspect of these real-world people that are meeting these extreme stereotypes, like the hothead asshole, the ditzy slut, her mother's character, which was the shy, guitar-wielding girl that just wants to have a fling at the camp, and of course in the actual movie she dies because of that. But they bring in this dramatic storyline of Max trying to actually protect her mother's character, kind of because she still is mourning for her mother, so this is like a second chance for her. So that was kind of a fun little addition to the story instead of just all the humor, things like that. So it kind of brought the story up a bit more, where we had those 2 things going on throughout it. Now, the movie does a very good job of playing with the special effects and the fact that they are inside a movie. So they see titles that are in 3D, but just kind of there. All the other characters that actually exist in this kind of just don't understand they're there. They're just playing the movie. But they see a flashback, and it's like the whole world around them starts dripping and oozing until they warp into a older version of the camp and see that in all in black and white and everything. Really cool how they played that out. The whole movie feels like a Last Action Hero meets Friday the 13th, which I liked, and they did a good job with the comedy where it was not dumbed down. It didn't try to over-explain all the jokes in there. It just let them happen naturally, which made it a lot more fun to watch it as either a horror fan or a film fan. They also kept the rating at about PG-13, so that kind of did a good job where they didn't overdo the gore or anything like that, just so they can meet many different audiences, and I think that was a very good choice for them, especially for a movie like this. It does a lot of the homages to classic tropes of slashers, mostly all Friday the 13th. The whole camp is very retro feel to it, and all the characters playing off each other were really well done. So I would definitely suggest this movie to anyone out there to keep a lookout on any of your streaming devices or any other way that you can see on-demand videos, and hopefully maybe a DVD release. They ended very cleanly, where it could easily possibly be a sequel, but the way they ended it was very solid, where it can just stand as its own thing too, and I wouldn't mind if they did just keep with that, but they can easily go into a sequel, and I think the way they did this one, they could do one very, very well. So good job for all of them there. So for now, this is just a short review, so I have a longer one. You can take a look in the description below, or I'm going to put it on the screen here too, where you can see kind of a whole write-up, and I get a little bit more into detail on what I thought about this movie and some certain scenes. So yes, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.